Hi guys, my name is Gavin and you're watching The Adoption Curve. If you want to stay updated on our videos, please give this video a like, subscribe, or hit the notification bell so you can stay updated on when we post new videos. So in this video, we're going to check out the top 5 coins that we think can do really well in the next few months and years. Like, where are we positioning ourselves in to set ourselves up properly for the next bull market? And now for our first pick, starting off with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the #1 crypto and is still the safest bet in the crypto scene. So if you want to get exposure and want to limit the potential downside but still have a good upside, Bitcoin is your safest bet. So Bitcoin currently is valued at like 19,900K and has a market cap of 381 billion. Bitcoin also has a dominance of 36.5%. So 36.5% of the market is Bitcoin. Now, what is the potential upside do we think here? First of all, from this level, we think Bitcoin could do, let's say, a 10x in the next 5 to 10 years. And the potential downside is maybe with the current price action and what is happening in the macro, we could maybe visit down to, let's say, 17.5K to make a double bottom and then go up. We could either make this range support past 20.8, go up, and then this level is the low. Or what we could do as well is maybe visit lower, which I think is kind of unlikely. So now let's head into the charts to see where I'm buying. Bitcoin is currently down a lot. If we take it from the top to the bottom, we are currently down 70% on the level we are at now. And to the recent lows, we are down, let's say, about 74, 75-ish percent. Now, because we're already down 75%, the approach I'm doing here is I'm DCAing. So every week, I'm buying a little portion of Bitcoin to add to my total. Also, when we are below 20K, which I think is a very reasonable price for Bitcoin, I'm be adding more. Now, imagine if we go lower, then obviously I'd be buying more. So if we visit the lows, I will be buying heavily. Or if we go lower to this level, 13K, which I think is a really strong level here as well, as we had like the 2019 run top out here. We've had support in the 2017 run. And you see it is just a very strong level. So I'm building my position over the next 3 to 6 months, averaging into Bitcoin every week and building my position for the next bull run. Our second pick for today is Ethereum, the second safest play you can invest in, but I think this has a bit more upside in the upcoming cycle than Bitcoin does. First of all, like, new features that ETH is putting out is ETH is transitioning from proof of work to proof of stake. So instead of computers validating certain blocks to do transactions, which requires immensely and a lot of energy and electricity, they're going over to proof of stake, which ETH holders can validate transactions due to holding and staking ETH, and therefore will be able to validate the transactions. Second thing that really makes ETH very powerful over the next coming years is that ETH will be deflationary. So there will be ETH burned with every transaction, and the further you go into the ETH growth of the ETH growth, the supply will be reduced. So this will put like an upwards pressure on the ETH supply. So ETH supply will be reduced, and this will be beneficiary for price. So now let's take a look at the charts. So where am I buying ETH? I'm not really inclined to pick up ETH right now, even though at this stage, with the ETH merge going on and the date of the merge coming closer, we could have like buy the rumor, sell the news event. So the next few days could be really bullish for ETH. But I'm looking at the 200-day MA and 200 EMA as potential resistance, first of all. like I'm not looking to get into ETH right now, but I'm getting interested in ETH when we go down to lower levels. So what I think is possible is like we've been down 79% from top to bottom here, from here till here. If we look at the previous cycles, what we did was a 95% correction. I don't think we'll do that right now, but I think we'll get closer to like an 85, between 85 and 90% correction. So I'm gonna start scooping up ETH once we get to 1,000, and then I'll be DCAing from there. And I think if you look at the potential upside from there, we could be looking at a 10K to 20K ETH by the next cycle. So that's some serious gains we can get there. And now for pick number 3, Solana. So Solana is a number 9 top coin on CoinGecko. And why do we think at adoption curve, why is this one of our picks? First of all, Solana has a lot of institutional investment as well as retail. So we think this could be, once we head into another bull market, this could be one of the reasons that we could get a potential upside. And also in the previous cycle, Solana was dubbed as like one of the ETH killers. So being another layer 1, like these two factors, we think Solana could take some more market share of Ethereum in the next bull market. And obviously, because it's a lot smaller coin, there's more upside. We also think that due to the network effect theory, Solana is essentially one cycle behind Ethereum in its adoption curve. So we think Solana could be copying ETH going forward. So what ETH essentially did in this cycle, in the previous cycle, so the last bull market, Solana could be doing the same. Now from top to bottom, Solana is down 89%, and it's not looking too great right now. Where am I going to scoop up Solana? So actually I already start DCAing here now at this level. First of all, this was an important Fibonacci level, but I will be buying heavily here at the 22.84 mark. So this is a really, this is where I will go in heavily. And if we just look at it top to bottom again, that's like 91 to 95% down. And essentially this is where ETH bottomed out in the last cycle. So we truly can see Solana doing, not going to say exactly the same, but something in that range. And now for our next pick, Chainlink. So Chainlink is the leading Oracle platform in the crypto space. So Chainlink provides off-chain data for services like Aave, synthetics, and what it essentially does is it provides data that's not natively present in the smart contracts for these projects to work and use this data on chain. Why Chainlink? So Chainlink is valued at $7.24. I'm not planning to pick it up at this price. I think once it goes below the $7, that's when I'm really interested. And I think, like, if you look at the charts here, if we make this support, you could kind of step in here. But since we're in a bear market, I think Chainlink will either retest the lows or maybe find another low that we're down like between 90 to 95%. So I think you should start, this is not financial advice, of course, but from $6 to, let's say, $4, it's going to be the steal of a lifetime. But we could easily make a higher low here. So we've already made a higher low, even though I think this could also constitute as like a head and shoulders pattern. We'll see what happens now. But I think like we could visit down back to the 5.2 level, which would be really bullish, as if we revisit here, make that support go higher, we would essentially create a double bottom, which we can then make a solid base to build a foundation for the next bull market. And seeing that we went up to like $50, you can just see the potential upside going further. And I think in the bull market, the next bull market, we could go even higher than this. So the upside potential buying here is immense, especially if you look at the value of this project, what it actually means for the whole crypto space. So Chainlink is a game changer. So this here is a really nice graph to see how Chainlink actually works. So real world data is processed by the Chainlink network and then can be connected to any blockchain. And now for our final pick, Polkadot. So Polkadot is a project by Ethereum, one of the Ethereum co-founders, Gavin Wood. And this really focuses on the multi-chain and interoperability, which was a huge narrative in the previous bull run. So essentially interoperability can be seen as like a network of blockchains, all in the Polkadot network, working together, communicating together. And this, I think, is really where Polkadot can shine in relation to other blockchains. So it's just not like one blockchain, but like a network of blockchains working together. So the cross-chain idea is really important here. Also, it is a big innovation on how different blockchains work together. So I can see this more as an add-on to like a layer one like ETH, and Polkadot really being important in the next bull run, as I think the interoperability narrative will really come to the forefront again and be really interesting for investors going forward, as this narrative is just groundbreaking. Now let's have a look at the price. So currently valued at $7.61. I think we're in a range where you can start DCAing. Just like with Chainlink, I think we could go lower here. And I don't know where this one would go, but I would see it go to more like between 90 and 95%. So I think we're close to the bottom. I think if we can make a double bottom here, we would have a really strong case of making that solid base to go further in the next bull market. Or if we go lower, we could make that base lower. We could also make this range support and make the base here and go higher. But I think we're in solid DCA territory. Maybe wait to see what it does here as we're facing resistance. Will we make this support? Will we reject? We'll have to see in the next few days.